out there. You're sure. I'm testing something, so give me the truth. For the God, we got to make sure that our sounds is balanced. Went into a service the other day, and guess what? As spiritual, they would quote that something was happening. Nothing is spiritual about when the prophet is bringing the word and the music becomes louder than the word. You cannot read music. You don't know what this is saying right here. This is deep down spirit. Listen, this is the sound that is playing in heaven. So when he sits here, his job is to play what he hears from here. He must be in sync with what I'm hearing, and I must be in sync with what he's playing. So I can walk in here. In my soul, in my heart, no by tire. Unda da bahoba, itando bohosha. Ita sutade, rebanda da bohoda da yesiada. Olamaya da bohoyande, unamana na urase shada soladea. Lambanda bansunde bea sidade, shetada da saya da bohobanda. And sing, it's a oneness. It's a oneness. You can sense the oneness. It's not pastor doing something and that sound doesn't have nothing. It doesn't coincide with nothing that's happening over here. Either I'm hijacked or the music is hijacked. Because you can't be. How great is our God? Say with me, how great. It's craziness for me. How great is my God, your name is above all name. God, you are worthy of my praise. And my heart, Lord, my heart will sing, Lord. Oh, you're great, Lord, you're great. You see the confusion happening here? So I have to leave the direction in which God is directing me to now direct this error. That's what some other things that happens around.
No synchronicity.
I'm talking about a church, a people that have been demonically hijacked. You see what I'm saying? Sandra? When we are demonically hijacked, demons begin to speak to our mind, and he does things that people mean well. We take an offense and we look at it different.
Amen.
It doesn't allow you to, Lord help me. It doesn't allow you to comprehend.
Yes.
Word of God. It doesn't allow you to decipher is another word, but I'll use that. It does not allow you to It doesn't process. It doesn't allow you to process understanding.
Oh, yeah.
Everything you hear, just how you hear that's what you run with. Sometimes people could say something to you from a harsh place. It's harsh because it's coming out strong. But if you process that, you're like, boy, he talked us rough, but boy, from what I processed, that was the truth. You see what I'm saying? And so his job is not to allow you to hear truth. His job is to allow you to hear harshness. I don't care what form the truth comes in. If it's the truth, it comes to set you
free.
So because he doesn't want you to be free, he doesn't allow you to hear truth, he allows you to hear harshness. But Pastor Steve was right, but I just was ashamed because you said it so hard to be in front of people. It becomes about people. Your freedom now becomes about people. If that's how I need to get my freedom, Pastor, I am willing, I am ready to walk in freedom.
Amen.
What am I saying here? According to the will of God, listen. The devil works particularly hard to destroy singers and musicians. You know why? He attacks the vocals And if you notice, once musicians or singers become famous, sometimes that could be a good thing, but sometimes, most of the time, that could be the worst thing ever happened to them. Because they begin to walk in high pride, they begin to walk, glory to God, in high greed, and they become self-centered. And so, what the people, and I'm saying this for those that are hearing me out there, there are leaders in your ministry that are gifted, that are anointed. You better be careful where you're sending them and where you're releasing them. Don't just release them because you feel as if their time coming, you want to see them go forward. Make sure that there be some engagement. You say, let me pray about this first. I can't let you go yet. Let me hear what the Lord is saying. But God, you cannot take these people and send them out just because you want them to become famous, just so your church can have a name. Because when they become famous, they're going to walk away and leave you and your church and forget your church even was a name. They're going to forget, you know why? When pride and self-centeredness comes, it becomes all about them. They wouldn't even give the accolade or the respect to where they came from, to who have helped them, to develop them the way they are now. And this is what's killing our church, God to God. That's why we have so many, God to God, worship leaders that are walking away from their ministry. Musicians and drummers are walking away simply because the level of honor has moved. You know why? Society is now bigging them up. They're in the spotlight and they feel good about themselves, and they forget from whence they came. But can I declare to you, this is how the devil destroyed and killed them. His plan is to move them from under protective covering, because ain't nobody can cover you like the one who God has plans over your life to cover you. And I don't care how far, how big your gifting becomes, if you don't remain humble, but God, you will never come into the divine grace of God. In other words, there's a season you will come into that will seem to be prosperous, but when the devil adversity comes, but God, you will go through hard season where everything becomes hard for you to go through. You know why? You move away from the place of grace. Grace represents, but God, the ability to move smooth without interference. God, so now you're about to come into major interference. Why? Because you've lost the spirit of honor. You've lost the spirit of value from whence you came. You've been demonically programmed by demons that is fighting you in your mind. It's fighting you. And so what their job is now is to shut you down and to make you ineffective. Demons are out there. They're seeking souls. Souls who they can devour. They ain't trying to be your friend. They ain't trying to get you to work for them too long. They got one or two assignments they got, and they want you to mess up somebody else while they mess you up and wipe you off the scene. But I believe in this hour that there's a people that God is raising up in this 21st century that's ready to hear from the heart and the mind of God. There's not a people here who say, God, I'm ready for more. There's not a people here who say, God, I got to get spiritual. I got to become spiritual. I'm too fleshy. I'm too earthy. I got to get spiritual.